and then nothing else. I mean, can you guys see anything?
You're live.
I'm live. Am I sideways?
No, you are normal.
Normal, but on my iPad, I look like I'm sideways. It's really
You're not
weird.
sideways.
I'm not sideways.
No,
That's amazing.
you are landscape view. Everything looks good.
Landscape
Your kitchen,
view.
the backsplash.
Well, then why is my screen sideways?
TGG.
Hi, I don't know what you guys can see. That's the problem.
Do you see this one or that one? Okay. He's on.
Right now, I'm seeing Chris's face. I'm seeing his sunglasses around on his neck.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's that one.
All right. So turn that one. No, get out of that one.
Okay.
Okay. So we want to. Okay. So we're just gonna watch the channel from there, and that's the current. I think that's what is.
Do you want to switch them?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. The problem is I don't know what you guys can see.
How do
You have to here hold this.
Yeah, we see.
Yeah. So. Okay, now I'm seeing GG.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, this is the weird thing is that, okay, I'm going to turn off the Twitch. Hey, everybody, by the way, who is watching. Sorry for the, the goat fuck that this has been so far. But, you know, hey, wouldn't be a Chris Edgerly stream without it, right?
Yeah. We had some technical difficulties, some technical issues.
Yeah, okay, now, yeah, see, this is what I see, baby.
That's
I know.
perfect.
Yeah, but no, don't. Don't. Whatever you did, it just turned it sideways. So
Yeah,
turn
so
it the
it's
other way.
sideways, yeah.
Turn it the other way. There. Okay, no, you have to, okay, do it counterintuitively.
And now.
There. Whatever you're doing, that is the
Okay.
way it should be.
It just
So-
takes time.
No. Why does it keep correcting itself?
I don't
What-
know.
It's trying to it's trying to correct for the way that it thinks the device is turned.
Yeah. Okay, so I tell you what, right now you're straight, all right? Whatever you're doing, baby, it's straight.
Okay.
So can you put that up on the?
No,
We're
I-
gonna. Okay.
I-
Bear with us. We're gonna put this up on the.
Because you have to put it like this
Yeah.
and then
Turn
you twist
that.
it.
Or just turn that sideways then. Yeah, like that. Okay. There. Okay. Now I'm gonna mute this.
But I see you over there. That's so weird.
Let's not worry about what we think it's supposed to see. Let's worry about what we actually see on the stream. So, okay,
What they
Gigi
want.
is going to tell me the way to fix the camera. Tell me which way to move.
Leave it there. That's perfect.
Yes.
Leave it there?
Yes.
That's
Okay.
perfect. Don't
Can
worry.
you,
Yeah, the thing is a delay, so that's why you.
yeah, exactly. All right, so I'm looking right here to make sure that, is my head cut off? No, you guys can see me okay?
Looks fine.
Great. Thank you, Color. I am,
I'm gonna disconnect. Enjoy your stream.
yeah, thank you.
Yes. Okay.
Hey, okay. Thanks everybody. This is really weird. This is my beautiful wife Gigi, who is standing by me in my latest moment of catastrophe. But anyway, so let's make a Pathfinder cake. You know, I could just keep looking at my phone, but I decided, you know what I really like is I'm just gonna take one of my, yeah, it's very counterintuitive. But I'm going to take one of these and use them as sort of a guide. We're only doing the top half, okay? And we have a practice cake we made last night with the toaster oven. See right here? These are the ovens that don't work right now. We have a repair guy coming tomorrow. But last night they just crapped out. They just decided, I'm done. I don't think I want to be a part of your stream party. So, you know, what can we do? So anyway, Nayat, how you doing? Rabbit, thank you for being here. Tina, Feisty, El Sanchimoto, what's up? So thanks. Now, if you've watched my stream for any period of time, maybe longer than 30 seconds. You know that rarely does a moment go by without some sort of technical issue. So we seem to have gotten that taken care of. Can you guys hear me okay? That's what I want to know. All right, so it looks like you can, yeah, because there's a delay here. I have the chat set up so I can read it okay, but if you can read it, yeah, okay, if you guys can hear me, then that's great. Can you guys hear Gigi okay?
Yes, can you hear me?
She's a little more soft-spoken. You keep talking and they'll tell us if we can.
Okay. So let's put this 1 cup.
Yeah, all right, so here's what we're planning on doing. Now, we're not making it absolutely from scratch. I know normally you would have the flour and you would have the baking soda and you have some vanilla extract and all that. But this is, I really trust Betty Crocker. Always like Betty. And it's gonna taste a lot better. Next time, I'll make it completely from scratch, okay? And it's not like we haven't done that before. My baby makes tequeños from scratch and she's awesome at it. Maybe we'll have to make tequeños next time. All right, so it is still not, even though it's not completely from scratch, you still have to do some work here. You have to put in 3 eggs, you gotta put in half a cup of vegetable oil and a cup of water. So first things first, we're gonna put in a cup of water. And we've already got the toaster oven
Do
preheated.
you want to use drinking water?
Oh, it doesn't matter. No, it's gonna bake, you know, so it's all good. So, you know, I don't know about you guys, I like to be pretty accurate, but I don't get bent out of shape if it's not exact. Because I don't have the refined palate of somebody who went to like cooking school, or I'm not a foodie. Yep. Okay,
That one?
yep, and now we're gonna do half a cup of vegetable oil.
It's half.
Yeah, I believe it's half a cup. It says right here. Yep, you want a half a cup of vegetable oil. And by the way, if you're baking at home, bake along with me. It's half a cup of vegetable oil time. And there we go. Boom. And then, thank you. And we're gonna do that again because we have to make a second one. So, for now, we're gonna use that one again, baby. You know, we're gonna use that one again.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're gonna do it again. Yeah.
Ah,
Now my favorite part, cracking the eggs. I don't know about you guys, I'm the kind of guy, it's hard for me to just throw eggshells away without squishing them up in my hand a little bit. It's kind of a thing I have. That's just me. I don't know. I've always liked crushing the eggshells. So,
can't start. No,
It's just a texture.
no, I got them. And I'm gonna crunch them, see if you can hear it.
I'm addicted.
That's so satisfying.
Hello, I'm Chris Edley, and I'm addicted to crunching eggshells.
Yeah, that's my boy in the background. That's Sunfinder. You can come on over and say hey if you want, but not with your pad. You have to give him your full attention if you want to come over and say hey.
I'm in the main menu.
Yeah. Although you look into that one.
Oh, hey. I'm playing on the new Kirby game right now.
You got to be a little louder so they can hear you because they're all the way over
I'm
there.
playing the new Kirby game right now. It's really fun.
And they'll talk to you on chat. The chat's a few seconds behind what you're doing now.
Oh.
Now, I like to wash my hands, thank you for the pandemic, for 20 seconds. So I just count to 20. And it's because you don't mess around with eggs. So anytime you're washing, you do 20 seconds. Now, we have a mixer. I don't know if you can see the mixer over on that side of the kitchen. Can you see the mixer? Is the mixer in view? Yeah, the mixer's just out of view. It's over on the other side.
I move it a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go.
But we want to do this by hand because the mixer's kind of loud and it's just an extra thing to clean. And, you know, it's a workout. So I like getting a good workout in. So,
Right, look, it's here. You
yeah,
can
the
see.
thing about the thing that's helpful about the glass bowl is you can also see where you're not getting it, right? So we want to make
Move
sure.
it a little bit down so they can see.
Yeah, so we want to make sure, yeah, I forget I'm tall. We want to make sure that we get all of it without me also dropping it. So we give this a good 2 minutes. All right, so that's the toaster oven ready to go. Baby, you want to show them the pans we're using?
Yes. This one is for the body. This one is for the arms. We're just gonna cut them in half. And this one is for the head.
Right. So, obviously the head was pretty easy. The body, we found a nice non-stick square pan. And the longer one, we're not gonna do the fingers or the hand or anything because that gets a little bit too exact, but we're at least gonna do 2 arms. And what we'll do is we cut it lengthways so you get 2 long arms. And yeah. So anyway, I don't know if you guys like to bake. I never bake. Seriously. I never bake. It's too exact for me. It's not my thing. I love to be active. I love to be over that stove, just, you know, cranking away on like either an omelet or scrambled eggs or just some oatmeal, or I love to saute some vegetables. So anyway, that's me. But this is also a workout. And it says, you know, kind of vigorously for 2 minutes. And you can kind of tell the consistency when it's ready to go. So, you know, again, if you're doing this at home, you're probably already way ahead of me because I'm slow. This is remedial baking.
Still have this side.
Okay, yeah, see, so right here, one side that didn't get got. That's better. Just gonna make sure we stir that all the way in. Now, the other thing we notice with the practice cakes is it's how much you pour in. Because obviously, it's gonna rise, and if you put it in just above halfway, it's gonna rise above the pan, and we don't want that. We don't want it to be too thick. So I think that's ready. Okay. So, okay. All right, so now we're gonna pour it in. So this is gonna be Pathfinder's, basically, this top part where the faceplate is, okay? So what we're doing is the top part, the head, and an arm and an arm. And then the fun part is when we start working with the buttercream. And if you saw my Twitter last night, you saw that I was taste testing buttercream. And it'll stain you. It'll get on you. But it was good. So this, I think, will be okay. I don't know, baby, I think we could use all of this.
Let's see.
Just about all of it. Yeah, so we're pouring it in here.
Let's see. Well, that
A little bit
this
more?
is gonna rise like I think around here, which is
Yeah.
big enough, I guess.
Yeah.
It will be a little bit less than what we have.
Okay. Well, I'll put in a little bit more,
Okay.
but not all of it. Okay. All right. Okay, then I don't think we need to save the rest of this then.
Yeah, we can use it.
You use it there? Okay.
Use it
All
on
right.
the head.
Well, you know, nobody likes someone who wastes food, especially in this economy with this inflation. Although inflation's getting a little better.
Oh yeah.
And the jobs report was pretty good. And, you know, gas prices are coming down. Let's turn this into a political thing. We're just going to be baking a pathy cake is what we're going to be doing.
Baking a Pathfinder cake politically.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right, I want to get the side of this here.
Well, just put what you have there.
Okay.
And then we
So, I don't know about you folks, but when I do cook, I'm a kind of clean as you go cooker. I mean, I guess sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I just clean everything later. But I like to be done and then know that my kitchen is also kind of done too. Well, you know what? This might be perfect. We'll still need to make one more though.
Yeah, we make it, but we won't use it all.
Well, you know what we could do?
Uh-huh.
We could use the arms from that one and then not
Okay.
have to do another one.
The arms are gonna be a little bit thicker, but
Yeah,
I
but
can
we
make
cut
it
them in
thinner.
half, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're making an executive decision. We're gonna make a decision on the fly here. Well, I guess Yeah, we could. The thing is, these won't both fit in at the same time, but this one will go in by itself. And then this will go in second as we're doing the frosting for this. Okay, so I tell you what, we're gonna use the arms from last night's cake, and we're gonna use what we just poured in for this daddy-o, because I think that's gonna be perfect for the head. That way we don't need to mix another one again. And we saved 3 eggs. Like I said, this is a kick-ass omelet right here. That's what that's gonna be tomorrow. All right, so we're gonna put in the faceplate first. So we got it set for 25 minutes?
Yeah, let's try that.
All right. So, on your Betty Crocker baking kit, my first baking kit, basically it says, depending on the size of the pan, here's the time frame you should go with. But a lot of that goes out the window because we got a toaster oven and not this big old refusing to work oven where it has space to breathe. So we're gonna go with, instead of what would normally be maybe 30, 31 minutes, we're gonna go with about 25. And as you know, with most things that you cook, you get a knife or a toothpick, you put it in and you pull it out. If it comes out clean, it's ready to go.
Yes. One of the reasons I think it's better to go 25 minutes is because we actually didn't put the whole amount, we put less.
Right.
So that means it shouldn't need as much time.
Right.
And so I think that way we'll be ready. That you don't want it to overcook either.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'll test it, and but I think 25 minutes should be pretty close to.
Yeah. So now we're washing up, and my baby, Gigi, took care of the buttercream last night. She got, I picked up some yellow food coloring, and she mixed up the buttercream. And then we got 2 containers of buttercream from an arts and crafts store. We have a Michael's out here. I don't know what the arts and crafts stores are like where you guys are. Michael's is a chain. I think they're nationwide, but Michael's they have everything. So you walk around there and you see the baking stuff, and you notice they have every kind of cooking, basically, addendi that you might need. And so first I got fondant, and then we realized that fondant seems like it's gonna be pretty involved working with it. So instead what we did was, we got, let's see, did you take it from here first? Yeah. So we got this huge army size, like if you're gonna feed a regiment buttercream, this is what you get apparently. So she took some of this vanilla buttercream and she beat it. Did you? Yeah, you used the mixer last night, didn't you?
Actually, the electric mixer, and you just put, you need butter. So it's like a cup or 16 ounces, a cup of the buttercream, and then you put 4 tablespoons of butter and 1 tablespoon of water, and you mix it. You put the butter and the buttercream first. You do it like for 2 minutes, and then you add the water slowly, and you do it for another 2 minutes. And so it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
And then, depending on what color you're gonna use and how dark you want it, you're gonna put the drops. 1 drop makes it already whatever color you chose, and then it start getting darker more. You add more drops, but it's pretty good.
Right. And then we got these are basically pre-dyed. They've already got the food coloring in them. So you got black and you got blue. So now, what are we planning on doing for Pathy? Well, what I wanted to do is I noticed, okay, you've got his round head, and you've got the yellow trim on the top and on the bottom, and then you've got sort of a yellow-orange eye, and then you've got black around the edge, and then black here for his neck, and then you've got some blue around it, and then the faceplate. So obviously we can't get too detailed because I just don't have that level of skill. But what I want to do is try and represent all the colors, right? So we're going to try and at least faithfully recognize the pattern of colors and the basic shapes. And I'm going to do the smiley face. Like this has the KO, and I think the smiley face, Remy, I need to be able to hear myself think, buddy.
Okay, but the Splatoon 3 Splatfest World Premiere just launched.
Oh my God, the Splatoon 3 Splatfest World Premiere just launched. Why are you even here watching this? So, right. So anyway, that's kind of what we're doing. for the decoration, okay? So if you guys are gonna play, feel free to play, but you can play upstairs.
I know, but wait for the download.
Okay. You can come over and talk to the stream real quick if you want. All right, tell them what you like about the Splatoon 3 or whatever.
Oh, it's not out yet.
Okay, well you can stand, if you're gonna talk to the stream, you have to stand here, okay? So, you stand right here where I'm standing. Right here where I'm standing. There, okay, now you're kind of on. And it's a few seconds lag, but you can read the chat right here. And, yeah, so it's about 10 seconds behind. Right. So what is it about Splatoon that you love?
Well, it has tons of new features for Splatoon 3.
Right?
Well, and everyone knows it's going to be better than Splatoon 2 and 1.
Yeah.
Because it took almost everything bad and replaced with something good.
Okay.
That's fine to bake the cake. Okay, let's put in the oven. The oven, muda. That's Japanese for useful.
Yeah. Is that what Japanese sounds like? Okay. All right. Yeah, so hey, let me catch up with the chat real quick while we're transitioning here. So yeah, Kiro Frankie, what's up? Hey, hola, ¿cómo estás? Todavía no oven? ¿Cómo se dice oven?
Horno.
¿Horno?
Horno.
Yeah.
You
Sí.
spell it with H, but it's
Sí, el horno está roto. Sí, entonces, mañana esperamos será no roto, funcional.
mañana lo arreglan. Fix
Lo
it.
arregla? Sí, yeah. Rudimentary Spanish of mine. Okay, yeah, so if you guys got a Michael's in Pennsylvania, then you basically know what we're dealing with here. Right, okay. So, by the way, I'd like to direct you to some of the decor of the kitchen while we're waiting. We have a backsplash here that has sort of a repeating pattern. You notice the gray, then you notice the blue. When we kind of decorated and remodeled the kitchen, we liked the idea of having all blue just over the stove and then gray around the rest of the kitchen. Problem was, they kind of told us that the way these things are shaped, there's nothing you can do about it. There's going to be this line running down the middle, right? We just didn't like the way that looks. So we thought, okay, well, what if we just did a repeating pattern? And it seems random, and it is kind of random. So you just see a little gray, a little blue, and we like that. Life doesn't have to be perfect, nor should it be. And, you know, the kitchen is a reflection of that. So, yeah, when we moved into this house, we loved just about everything about it. We just wanted to make a little cosmetic touch here and there. And my Thursday stream, like today, it's kind of an event. This is a sub goal. We reached a sub goal. We hit 50. We were hoping to use OBS to stream so you could see the overlays I normally have, and you could see that, oh, we hit the sub goal. So right now our subs are at like 52. If we can make it, I wanted another sub goal of 100 to review Apex memes, but I'm wondering if we should maybe make it for 75. I don't know. I want to make it realistic so we don't have to wait too long for it to happen. So anyway, Colorfinger and Rabbit and June, if you're there too, you guys just let me know what the chat thinks about the next sub goal. But should we make it 75? Should we make it 100? But just letting you know, my ultimate sub goal is, I have two ultimate sub goals. One, to set up a zip line in my backyard, our backyard. And we have a pretty good sized backyard, which I'll try and show you next time. I'm afraid to touch the camera. I'm afraid of what might happen. And then the other one is to do a private server with the other Apex actors, as many of them as I can get, and we just do fun and games inside Apex. So we'll have to see about how to get a private server going. I know Andrew and Juka from His and Hers Live are great at that. So we'll figure it out, but I need to make that a really enticing carrot. It can't just be for like 100 subs. We need a lot of subs to make that happen. So anyway, you want to tell them what you're doing with the...
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so this is the buttercream she worked on last night. It did set, didn't it? It is nice and cool. So yeah, I've read up on this. Buttercream, you don't necessarily have to chill. A lot of it can set out, but some of it, it just depends on what it tells you on the container. These, it basically said, store them, let's see. I think these said, yeah, cover and refrigerate leftover frosting up to 30 days. So we stuck them in the fridge and now they're out. And so,
Yeah, let's wait a little bit.
yeah.
So, and then we.
As you can see, that is basically just like the lid. And we're gonna open them up, let them air out a little bit.
And by the way, a small detail, I actually don't bake cakes. I never done it. I'm not that into cakes for some reason. I like other desserts, but not cakes. So it's not like I really know what I'm doing. But I'll try. And let me see. Let me put, because this feels different, so I'm not sure how it's gonna work.
All right, so again, arms are gonna be here. We're gonna cut it this way, but since we've kind of already got the arms from yesterday's cake and we don't wanna start a new box, we're just gonna go with the head when it's time. But the head will go in as we're decorating the torso / faceplate. So, excited about that. And this one, I'm just gonna put it back. Let's see, I guess I'll put it over here.
We're gonna need another big tray though.
Yeah.
You wanna try? Yeah, to put the new one.
Yeah, all right, so we gotta get a big tray out.
Use that one, that,
This one.
not that one. This one, I guess. Try this one.
And I have another one. I think
All right.
Let's try
That
this.
should work.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
If
that'll
not, we'll
work.
switch it.
Gotcha. Okay. So the other thing we like about this kitchen is that it's big enough to where you can do multiple things at once and not keep bumping into each other. So that was an issue we had with smaller kitchens, and we're lucky that we had the opportunity to get a place like this. So I don't know. I'm tempted to move the camera a little bit to show them a little more. Let me see.
Well, we can try.
Yeah, let me try. Actually, I won't even move. I'll just do this.
Just hold the base though.
Yeah. So this is the other part of the kitchen here. And hey, thanks for the Tina. Thank you so much for the gift subs. We really appreciate that. That's a lot of gift subs from Tina. Good for her. Thank you, Tina. That's a pose for Tina.
Okay, let's
Right.
see the yellow. A little bit more yellow? What do you think? More?
Well,
More yellow or this is enough?
let's show it to the stream. So now, we all know, get your pictures of Pathy up. That's kind of the yellow. You see the yellow in there. So we want to match that, and I think that's pretty good. That's a pretty vivid yellow. You want to show that? Yeah, so that's a pretty good yellow, and it's going to be mixed in with this blue. And a lot of people think of Pathfinder as, oh, he's more gray. It's like, yeah, you know, there's a shade of blue, but this is pretty dark, and we like that. So I'm all for it. So it doesn't have to be exact. It just needs to be fun is what it needs to be. So yeah. So witty, fatherly, comfy, Juno, Hunt Dog, thank you all so much. Tina, thank you for that. We appreciate that. Buckethead, what's up? Yeah, Tina Mickle, it is kind of a blue-gray. But you know, we're...
I can make it a little bit lighter.
No, I think that's fine. Okay. I'm not a professional confectioner. If I was, I'd have diabetes because I just can't lay off the sugar. No, I think this is good. You know, because the point is that this is. I was advising Colorfinger, who had never seen Nailed It on Netflix. I said, dude, if I'm going to do this stream, you should go and watch an episode of Nailed It because that's basically what you're going to be looking at without the timer. We've watched Nailed It on Netflix. We enjoy it. The kids love it. And basically, they show the contestants who are at best hobbyist bakers, and they show them a professionally baked cake that is really intricately designed and done with just the right amount of ingredients, care, all of it. And they basically make a mess of it, and they say, nailed it, ironically, and it looks like crud. we're hoping for it to not look like crunch. So anyway, all right. So
Look at this.
yes.
It's 11
So
minutes. and-
yeah, feisty. Yeah, Frankie. Soccer kicks. Yeah, it it is. It's gonna be nailed in, right? It's just there's no prize. The prize is we get to hang out with you lovely people. So again, let's see. We're looking at we got about 10 minutes left on that cake being done. So as far as that goes, I tell you what, I can show them the arms.
You can actually, because that one, that one is done, you have to wait until it cools off, and then
Yeah.
you put in the other one. So we're talking about.
Well, we'll put the other one in right away, and so by the time that one cools off, it'll be about 15 minutes for it to cool off, I think.
There we go.
Yeah, maybe 15, 20 minutes for it to cool off. And so once we pull it out, we'll set it back there, it'll cool off, and actually what we can do is we can work on icing or frosting the arms while that one's cooling off before we bring it over. That way we have something active to do each time.
Okay.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little plate to put the arms on, and you guys can see them, and we can decide whether or not we need to trim them a little bit.
I think we're gonna.
Yeah, we
have-
probably will. Okay, so that you can appreciate the color of the arms, I'm gonna get a plate. I like to do this with my plate, and it freaks people out. But if you do this, it's impossible for it to drop. Why? Because I have both my hands underneath it. And all my life of doing this, I've never once dropped the plate. So, there. If it was gonna happen, knowing me, it definitely would have happened on screen. So, anyway. So, we got the arms, and this is just like a typical cooking show. Here's one I prepared earlier. So yeah, here are some arms we made earlier. Let me grab them.
You want a plate or you want a tray that?
I'll do it on this plate. You know what we might do? Because, okay, so this is one of the arms right here. This is the same Betty Crocker.
Because this one is flat
Right.
and it might be more easier for you to cut. No?
That's okay.
Okay.
I don't mind doing it on this. Now, I think what I'm going to do, okay, because one of the arms sort of got cut in half, because when you get to cake this size, and if you don't handle it perfectly, it'll fall apart a little bit. So I'm going to get a knife, like a nice, this, okay.
But you want it longer.
No, this would be good. So I'm going to cut this right down the middle and make two nice long arms.
Ready.
Get the first aid kit
Why
ready.
is the script that Nico made
Okay.
for episode 2?
There.
Ready.
There we go. We got two Pathfinder arms now. And yeah, if we turn them over, yeah. So that's going to be Patty's arms. There's no way I could do the fingers and everything because I just don't think I could successfully, I don't think we could successfully frost them without it, you know, just not looking right. So anyway, so these are Patty's arms. And Patty's arms, as you can see, are just going to be glued. So I could, we could start the arms.
The truth is that I think you should start putting everything to get, when you have the whole thing together, that's when you put it, because if you do it before,
I'm
how you gonna
thinking of
carry
something
it?
with frosting.
How to carry it and not make it
Yeah.
to the new location. I guess
Okay.
it, I mean, we can
Either
try,
way.
we can get our hands dirty, that's the only,
We're baking, you know, you're gonna get your hands a little dirty. Although we can put this away. See, like I said, I like to, as Gordon Ramsay likes to say, clear down.
well, you know what?
So clearing down.
We can, if you want, let's put the blue frosting and we can use, una spatula to put them in the
Spatula?
bottom.
Yeah, it should be easy. All right. So
Toma.
it's time to do Patty's arms. We've reached the Patty's arms segment of the baking stream. So yeah, let me check the chat, see if anything's happening. It looks like a bigger Twinkie. Frankie, I think you're exactly right. Probably not as preserved as Twinkie. Yeah. By the way, Frankie says, I heard Miss Gigi's accento venezolano and it made me smile. It's one of my favorite accents. Un millón, señor. Yeah. Yeah, spooky month. Tell me how your game as Pathfinder goes. Hopefully you'll get a dub. We're trying to get at least a dub here. I don't know what a dub would be. If we don't burn the house down, I think that's a dub. All right. What's up, Cheeky? How you doing? Hey, thanks for the follow. Housekeeping, I appreciate it. So yeah, we are now at decorating time, at least stage 1 of decorating. So, did you want to use this, or
Well,
actually,
this
no,
is
we're just-
this is what I use.
That's not the one you use to get the egg out, was it? Or the batter out, right? So
What I do.
you didn't use this to get the batter out, though, right? Okay. No, I just wanted to make sure because it looked just like the other.
Yeah, no, I washed that.
Oh, you washed it. Okay, cool. All right.
Let me get a spoon. It's actually a little bit hard, so you
Yeah.
may have to wait in order to use
This has been chilling, so we have to let it warm up a little bit, so it's easier to work with. I wish you guys could be here to try it, but instead, it's just gonna be me and the kids.
Yeah, let's wait a little bit and then try because it's still hard.
Yeah. Gigi, are you gonna try the cake?
I'll think
Yeah.
about it. That's
This is somebody who is very particular about what she eats. You could put the most beautifully designed thing in front of her, slaved over by artisans, and she'll look at it and sometimes say, I would not eat that if you paid me.
exactly.
And I say, give me that, right? As long as it's not lima beans, I'll fucking eat it, right? It used to be there were 2 foods I could not eat, and throw it up on the chat there, pardon the pun, if there are foods that make you gag, but 2 foods, lima beans and sweet potatoes. I can now eat sweet potatoes. I've just developed a taste for them. Lima beans, that's a deal breaker. Lima beans ain't happening.
My list of no's in food are so long that I cannot even start.
It's very long, but it has expanded since
Yes.
she's known me.
Yes.
I've gotten her to expand the palate a little bit. All right.
Okay, do that.
So if we stir it a bit, that might warm it up.
Yeah, I
Well,
already
I'll stir it a
started
little
that, and I'm gonna do
Stir it a little bit.
I'm gonna pull out some of the black ones.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm gonna put some more in here, just
Okay.
so I can stir more.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you're looking at. I mean, this could, you could spackle with this right now. So what we're trying to do is break it up a little bit, or not break it up, just warm it up a little bit so it's easier to spread. And I think someone on my Twitter told me they used to make cakes and pastries, and they said if that buttercream gets on your clothes, good luck getting it out. And it's true. I looked it up. You need like vinegar and stuff like that. It can be a challenge. And my son and I, we had blue tongues until this morning from trying it last night. It was fun. I'm sitting there like with a toothbrush. It's food coloring. Food coloring is a dye. Takes a little longer, but this is actually starting to loosen up a little bit. I like that. But yeah, Gigi got a very big laugh out of seeing me try the cake last night.
Yeah.
Actually, I've not seen her laugh like that in a long time.
It was so funny.
So that's why I had to tweet out that picture. Because I am not afraid to look foolish. Clearly.
All right. How is it?
It's better. It's better.
Okay, wait. Let's wait a couple more.
Yeah, a couple more minutes, and then we're about a minute and a half away from the torso coming out. All right? So the chest plate is almost ready. So I think we're doing pretty well there. Oh, King Guru. Let's see, Queen Guru. Oh yeah, what's up, King and Queen? She wants to know who picked your guys' wedding cake. Okay, so we went to a place
Yeah.
in LA called Sweet Lady Jane. Sweet Lady Jane is an amazing bakery, and they also do kind of breakfast and lunch, brunch, and we would go there regularly and get like eggs and French toast and just, man, they have good French toast. And then that kind of bakery, you walk in and they have all these amazing cakes, and you can get a slice of one, and they have like the best 7-layer chocolate cake, the best 7-layer everything. You ask for a slice of pie, and it's a brick, and it's massive. And you think, I'm never going to eat all this, and you eat all of it. And you'll ask for a hot chocolate, and it's the size of a trash can lid, the mug. It's great. So they make obviously cakes to order, and yeah, I think they made us a really good cake. I can't remember exactly what it looked like.
Oh, it had purple flowers.
Purple flowers, all right. There's always purple there. So yeah, Sweet Lady Jane in LA. I don't know if they're anywhere else. There are a couple of them in LA, but they're
Yes.
amazing. They're amazing. So yeah, shout out to them. Bamboozle Burger. Hey Chris, I'm somewhat young and I'm going to start to drive soon. Any tips, or should I save this for Saturday? Well, we can do it Saturday too, but as far as the driving goes, you've probably taken driving classes, right? Have you worked with a driving instructor? I never did. I had older brothers, and my granddad, he showed me a little bit how, and I failed my driving test twice. Yeah, I sure did. So I may not be the guy to ask, but first, oh, perfect. All right, yeah, well, let's show them. All right, we're going to test the cake, so let's bring the cake out. We'll show them as we test it.
Well, you don't test, you gotta wait until it cools off a little bit, put
All
it
right.
right there, and then we put it in there.
But, okay, but I tell you what, here, grab the knife. I'm going to hold it up, and you can put the knife in. So here's, okay, so this is looking good, and man, it smells good. Thank you, Betty Crocker. So, there's the old knife test. Comes out clean. Light is green, the trap is clean.
Okay, let's put the next one.
What movie? You guys all know that movie. All right, so the next one's going in. So the head, Pathy's head is going in. I can't wait to bake. So, Bamboozle Burger, as far as the driving goes, 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, okay? Once you start driving a lot, you're gonna drive with one hand, because that's what everybody does, because you're gonna rest the other hand, or you're gonna fiddle with your radio or whatever. But 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, be a defensive driver, all right? Don't be the driver that makes the mistake. Let the other driver make the mistake and you react to it. But don't be too defensive where you don't keep the flow of traffic moving. A lot of accidents are caused by somebody driving too slow, and the people around them get frustrated or impatient and they try to race around them. So sometimes driving too slow and cautiously can cause other drivers to drive a little aggressively, and that still can be dangerous. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow. And learn how to parallel park. That's why I flunked my first test. I didn't parallel park well. The second time, the driving instructor, it was a closed track, and it was a closed little recreation of a little town, and the instructor said, turn down that street, and it had a one-way, do not enter sign. And I thought, well, he said turn down there. I don't want to say no because he'll flunk me. And I turned down, and he says, you just went the wrong way down a one-way street. I said, well, you told me to. He goes, would you do that in real life if I told you to? No. So you failed the test. So yeah.
Cruel.
I know. And so the next time he said turn down, I said no. I was like defensively, no, I'm not going to do that. So I passed finally. I was
Okay, you wanna
17 by
try?
then. Yeah.
Okay. So you can use the spoon, and then we use this to wash
Okay.
it.
So I'm going to dollop on a little bit here. We're going to
Use this,
get it off.
And then we use
Okay.
this
And so yeah, Gigi she ordered these, and we picked up some. She ordered these special, like kind of frosting spatulas.
Yeah, as I said before, I really never done cakes before, so I didn't have the tools to do it.
Right.
So I have to check online and see what some other people suggest.
But the thing about my baby is she's very smart and she learns quickly. She's not afraid to try something she doesn't know how to do because she learns it as she goes. I'm much more deliberate. I mean, I'll fail up and down, but a lot of times when I'm trying something, I do it very methodically and slowly. Because I have a hard head. It takes a while for me to get something learned. But once I have it, it's in there. So that's me. So let's see, let's check in. Hey, Kristalem, what's up? Kristalem works in a bakery. Guten Tag. She can't, you can't hear a thing you're saying, but you're smashing it. Thank you, Kristalem. Thank you for the cheer. I appreciate that. High five. Kristalem's one of our awesome mods. Kristalem works in a bakery, so she knows of which she speaks. So thank you. Betty Crocker helped us smash it a bit, but so far so good. Yeah, Feisty Law, they don't have parallel parking in the driving test in Florida. I lived in Florida for 4 years. You need to know how to parallel park in Florida. So they don't have it on the test. That's, well, don't get me started on Florida. Anyway, hey, Eric Tyler, what's up, if that's your real name? Hey, glad you're here too. Appreciate it. Hey, and congratulations, 13 months in a row, Eric Tyler is subbed. Okay, so soccer kicks. You drove around a neighborhood, stopped at 3 stop signs, and then drove back to their location. Yeah, well, you guys don't have to. Parallel parking is a real skill, all right? And now it's easier because they have rear view cameras. But anyway, Queen Guru, how did Gigi and I meet? This is how we met. I was at the Getty Museum in Los Angeles. It's one of the most beautiful places in the world to see art. It is up atop a hill at the corner, at sort of the edge of Brentwood and Los Angeles proper, overlooking the 405 freeway, but overlooking the mountains. And on a good day, you can see the ocean pretty clearly from there. So it's this wonderful hilltop compound made of this beautiful stone. And they have many, many priceless works of art, and they have rotating exhibits. So the Getty is a wonderful place to go to sort of lose yourself in the art and in the gardens they have there and just in the open air spaces. But years ago, they used to have, and I think they still have it, it's called Fridays and Saturdays off the 405, which was the interstate that runs by it. So what happens is, oh, hype train is close. Well, if you guys want to make the hype train, fine, go for it. But so where people would have like wine and cheese and hors d'oeuvres and they'd listen to live music in the courtyard, which is, they have an enormous courtyard. So I was there with two of my brothers and a couple of their friends. One of them's name was Jason. Jason had a camera with him. And I saw this lovely lady talking with three other people.
I was learning photography then.
Yeah, she was learning photography then, so she had a camera around her neck. And I could tell it was one guy, one girl, and another guy, and Gigi. And I could tell by her body language that she was not with either of the guys. She was not, I just tell, you know a vibe you can pick up, whether or not somebody is with somebody else as a couple.
Actually, I met all of them right there.
Right. So Gigi would just go out to places and meet people. She's a people person. And I said to my brother, I said, oh, look at her, she's beautiful. And my brother's friend Jason had his camera. I saw Gigi's camera, and I thought, I have to go meet her. So, all right, Jason, here's what we're gonna do. Here's our plan. And Jason was all for it. He was my wingman. It's really nice of him, because I just met Jason that night. So I said, okay, over there's a nice view. So you're gonna take your camera over to that area where there's a view, and I'm gonna go with you. And you're gonna take pictures, and I'm gonna talk about the view like I know what the hell I'm doing. And then as we walk back, we're gonna walk by her little quartet, and you're gonna notice her camera. And since people who love cameras love to talk about their cameras, you'll ask her about her camera. And Jason's a friendly guy, so that's what we did. I said, and I'll just insinuate myself into the conversation later. I'll chat up her friends. I don't remember her friends. I don't remember what they look like. I remember it was two guys and one girl. One guy was a black guy, one guy's a white guy. The girl, I think, was a white guy. I remember only the most rudimentary things about him, because the whole time I was looking at Gigi out of the corner of my eye, waiting for my chance. So I'm engaging them in idle chit chat. Jason's talking to Gigi, and just eventually, I don't know how it is I jumped in, but I just started chatting with her. And I knew she's a Latina, so she's going to be close to her family, and she's going to love to dance. I knew that.
Totally true.
With a certitude. And yes, I know it's a broad assumption to make, but it's not a dangerous one, because I think it was safe.
Yep.
So we start talking about that, and so, you know, we're getting along, and then I said, all right, here's what we're gonna do. Let's go, I take dance lessons, and it's true, I would take swing dance lessons. So I'm not any good at it, but I would take the lessons. Because I firmly believe you need to know how to cook a little bit, you need to be able to dance a little bit. If you don't play an instrument, you should learn one, learning guitar. And, you know, that makes you a really good date, a fun date. So I said, all right, here's what we'll do. Let's go take a salsa dance lesson. She didn't need the salsa dance lesson, she could just do it, but I would need it. And we can go get a bite to eat sometime. She said, sure. And so I called her next day, and we set it up, and then on our first date, we went to a salsa dance lesson, which was also very sly on my part, because when you're taking a dance lesson with somebody, you get to touch them, you get to hold them. You get to hold them in a nice, formal, appropriate way, but you get to make that contact. And then there are multiple people in the class, so they say, okay, now switch partners. So you get to hold them, and then you say goodbye, and you leave each other. And then you hold somebody else. So they get to get jealous. Get your hands off him. Right.
What I love is that he actually didn't know how to dance salsa, so he took me there because he knew I love it. For me, that was a wonderful thing to do. that it made me feel that he really cared what I liked, and I love that.
That's right. You said a lot of times guys would just take you out and do what they want to do.
Oh yes, yes. It's like me, and you're like wonderful.
Yeah, why'd you ask me to do this? You could have done this by yourself and told me about it later.
Yes.
It's like, I don't want to go to the batting cages. I don't like the batting cages.
Oh, I went to pool. I haven't been to things, and I have no interest in learning this. I want
Yeah.
to wear my high heels and my beautiful dress.
Yeah, so guys, if you're wondering about asking a girl out, I know everything is on your phone now, on your apps and everything.
Every
but
girl is different. Some girls
Yeah.
like it. For
Yeah.
me, it just makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable because I like dancing and talking.
So
to
that's
know
the
somebody.
point. Yeah, and it doesn't matter if it's a girl, if it's a guy, if it's a guy asking a guy, a girl asking a girl, it doesn't matter. Find out what the person likes and go do that. Sacrifice an evening for them. Let them know that you're a giver. And if they're a giver, they'll do the same for you. I've never had to worry about that with Gigi. She's never had to worry about that with me, hopefully.
I remember one of the few times after that, I went to see you perform with your friends doing comedy. I'm an artist.
Oh yeah, that was our second date.
Yeah,
Took
I'm
her
a
to a comedy
musician.
show.
When I saw him on stage, for me that was so mind-blowing. They just started out of the blue talking because as a musician, you know, the music begins and everything goes together. They're like in the vacuum and they're still talking to people. I was like, that is so insane. Where do you have the courage to do that? It was very surprising and impressive for me.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how we met. I saw her across the quad at the Getty Museum, and I formulated a very quick improvised plan, and I put it into action, and it worked out. And that was 14 years ago, this past May 30th. And if you look at my tweet on May 30th, every May 30th, I tweet out a picture of us from the Getty in the spot where we met. So the spot where we met, Jason, with his camera, took a picture of us talking. It was the first 30 minutes of us meeting. So there's a picture of me, Gigi standing to my right, and we're both looking at this lady that we were talking to, who was a nice lady, but she was a little tipsy. And she wandered over to our conversation, where I was trying to make time with my future wife, and this lady just sort of started talking to us. And so I just patiently and politely listened to her and tried to put out the vibe that, hey, would you mind taking it south? Okay, I'm trying to make 2 kids happen in the future here. So yeah, and she did. And Gigi told me later, she says, I appreciated the fact that you were not mean to her, because I wouldn't have liked that.
There's also things that I liked that day, even that she was a little bit tipsy and say a little crazy things. He was so proper and nice, and I said, you got a good boy here.
And when I picked her up for our date, I wore a linen suit.
Exactly, I love that.
If you don't have a linen suit, go get one. It's a must for summer.
This one, I think it might be ready, so you can put it there for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do it in front of them?
Yeah. So
Okay,
Okay.
let's move this. So we can see.
all right. So this is still a little warm on the bottom, but I think it's been cooling off for a good bit. So these are non-stick pans. You should be able to just give it some pats and then voila, comes right out. Non-stick pan. So, okay. Now, Gigi is of the opinion, I think she's right, leave it upside down because it's flatter. It's going to be easier to ice, to frost, and it's going to be easier to kind of design on it. Otherwise, it might break up a little bit. So, we got Pathy's chest plate, but it's not really ready to buttercream it yet because it's probably still a little warm.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move those parts, and
Yeah.
and I'm gonna wash that. You can just use that tray because it's better.
Yeah. All right. So we have a larger tray we're going to bring in, and I guess you can get rid of the other. You can get rid of the other breastplate because we're not going to need it.
When
guess-
we're totally done,
Okay.
that's my lesson.
All right. Yeah. I wanted to throw out our practice cake last night, and Gigi said hold on to it, and then the oven wouldn't start. And before we decided to use the toaster oven, and this is life, friends, life lesson. always be ready to improvise and adapt. Otherwise, life will eat your lunch for you. So we were just gonna go with our practice cake and say, look, it's gonna be a 2-day-old cake, but at least it'll still be edible. Cake is fine after 2 days. And I wanted to throw it away because I don't like clutter. But she said, hold on to it, you never know. And then the oven just wouldn't start. Like, what in the hell? So yeah, she was right. Guys, when you can find a woman that understands you and knows where you're going to be a few days ahead before you even get there, marry that woman. She'll see me in my head about something and she'll think, he needs 2 or 3 more days and he'll have it solved. And then I'll see her occasionally overbook herself, do too much, and I'll say, baby, come over to the couch.
Yep.
Sit with me. And
Perfect balance for me.
yeah, let's watch a little TV and do nothing. When my wife met me, she never did that. She didn't know that people actually sat on couches and watched TV. She didn't know that was a thing. And I thought, I didn't know that people didn't do that. But Gigi loved to stay really busy. And she would come and visit me in my apartment, and she would come every weekend, and she would say it was like a vacation, because like, this guy works 5 hours a week.
Yeah.
He goes into the office, he auditions, he comes home, he exercises, and then he plays video games. What in the hell? And then on the weekend, I would just, we would get takeout, we would watch a movie. I had a big couch at the time. One of those deep couches, where if you lay on it, you sit down on it, you go all the way back, let your feet sometimes don't even touch. And it was a couch where you just lose yourself. And that's where she would come. I was like her vacation, a weekend vacation every weekend. And then she slowly moved in, because that's what they'll do to you guys. Before you know it, one of your drawers is gone.
Yep.
And then you're going to Bed Bath & Beyond and you're picking out those little hanging closets. Oh look, we can hang clothes with this and I can put different things in it, and then a third of your closet is not yours. And then you're thinking, let's just get an apartment. That's the progression. And don't worry, it's all good. That's the way it's supposed to happen. When all of your friends and your agents say that you should marry her, then you probably should. Yeah, well, YOLO, I did not almost drop it, but I'm sure it was possible. Yeah. Yeah, King Guru, your wife's always right. She's always thinking forward way too much. Give her some downtime to just enjoy herself. Yeah. Yeah, and I've said this, and I think I said this. I talked to Anna Campbell. That video is up for you guys to enjoy on YouTube, or you just want to listen to it. It's on iTunes, it's on Anchor, it's on, I think, Google Podcasts and all that. Just go to Anchor, and it's I've got it linked. But we talked about, good relationships and things like that. But one thing I don't know if I got across was, people are imperfect, right? You have these imperfections, and hopefully your partner has imperfections that are complementary, so they just fit together. So you bring out the best in each other, and you smooth over your rough edges.
I think we can put the arms and just wait for the head.
Yeah. All right. So our pathy is coming together.
So we can do we can start doing the chest, and then
Okay.
all we have to do is the head.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're gonna start on the chest. Now, I guess the first thing we would do is the faceplate. Right.
Give me just a second. Let me
Yeah,
measure
no
something.
problem. By the way, Gigi is a musician, a very good musician. She went to MI, the Musicians Institute in Los Angeles, studied there, learned music theory, met all kinds of wonderful musicians. She's still in contact with a lot of them. People who are professional session musicians, Grammy-nominated musicians, so on and so forth. She's got her music up on SoundCloud. So Colorfinger and Rabbit, I don't know if you guys know where that link might be, but I think I linked it on my Twitter. I'd love for you guys to hear Gigi's music. She came up with about 5 or 6 songs, and 3 of them are on SoundCloud right now. She's finishing up the other ones. So she's gonna have an EP. She sings them, she writes the music, the lyrics, produces them, does them all. Oh, careful with that.
I'm just so I just think this
Yeah.
is a little bit long, but
Okay.
we'll
No,
try.
it's all right. We can chop off some of it if it's too long. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. All right, we're gonna move the arms.
So I'm gonna put it right here.
Yeah, one here, and then one kind of up. Yeah, this will be a little tricky. Okay, yeah, down here. All right.
Oh, so cute.
Que lindo.
Lindo. See here?
Yep. do you say robot? Roboto?
Robot.
Robot? Okay, so it's just,
Robot.
I'm gonna have to, can't help it, I'm gonna have to try some of the buttercream.
Okay, I'm gonna actually wash my hands.
I'm gonna have a blue tongue. I can't do anything about it. All right, so far,
Do you wanna start doing the body? We can.
yeah, we're gonna work on the body. Are you guys ready for the body? All right, let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, Cam Lupke wants to know if you'll sing. Sing us a little tune.
Sing.
She has to warm up. I didn't know if she was gonna get put on this. She didn't want to get put on the spot, so I didn't mean to put you on the spot. But
Let me see if I can find something to. Because usually a cappella, I only think in jazz tunes, not in pop.
well, you could just sort of sing absent-mindedly as you do something if you want, just to have a little fun. All right.
All right. How big is the yellow? How big is the blue?
Okay.
So we can have enough of everything.
So we're looking at ratios here. So I'm thinking a yellow smiley face, and we're gonna have to try the orange spray because I couldn't find like drizzle orange, and then I will use
I
red.
can make it orange.
Okay. So we're gonna do a yellow smiley face. We're gonna do blue around the edges, and I'm gonna do
So
orange.
how much blue so I can have enough blue? That's a question.
I would say thin blue. Thin blue.
Tell me it like
You know,
this.
like that far blue around the edge.
Okay.
And then it's gonna be a square yellow and then orange around the edges.
All right.
And then I will use the red gel. Like I've got this. Now we have these, but they don't spray on exactly the color you think. These are little edible sprays. So we could try that, but she's also going to use some of the food coloring.
Yes, I can use. I can.
Right.
I think we have red or something.
And I'm going to use this red gel to do the. I got to cut it. To do the smiley face. Oops.
This here. I need more.
Snip, tip to open.
That's
And it is open. So this is going to be how I use the smiley face. Okay, so that's how I do the smiley face right there.
okay.
Okay,
It's gonna be ready like in a minute and a half.
all right, so the head is going to be ready in about 90 seconds, and then it'll start the cool down phase. So now we're going to put a little icing, a little buttercream around the edge, and we can also frost the sides in blue. But this part right here is going to be black. So I'm going to mix just a little bit of black, and it's going to go right around here. Just in this part, and the rest
Just put it.
can be
Put
blue.
it.
Yeah. I got to get it off.
You're gonna use the little one.
Yeah.
And I have more, but
Oh, that's good.
yeah, just make it and then I go with
Okay.
the blue.
Gotcha. So what we're going to do here is, because I'm trying to at least match the color scheme.
So make the glue that thick.
I probably got more than I needed.
What I mean is I make then the blue the same width.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And then-
Well, you can make it a little less. Yeah, a little thinner. Yeah. Like this thick. All right. So now the blue's going down. And the thing about the black is it doesn't have to be perfect because this black is really part of that connective. I don't know what kind of material it is, like vinyl almost.
Yeah, it's like
You
a
know.
leg from vinyl. So if you
Yeah,
have
exactly.
movement-
It's like the fabric of a gear shift, right, in your car. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, just pull it out. And
That's our face.
just if you put it on top of the stove, it's a little bit high, so the bottom can cool off too.
Okay. There. All right. Well, let me check it with the knife, just to make sure.
Yes.
Okay. So, we're gonna check this knife test.
I'll leave it a little bit longer.
Yeah, a couple more minutes because you're getting just that little bit there. So we're gonna give it, what, 3 more minutes?
Yeah.
All right, 3 minutes.
You know how to put it?
Yeah. All right, so 3 minutes in the oven and that should be good to go. But we will see. All right, so that's about the width. If you want, I'll smooth this out.
Yes. This one is the one for,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to put it on the side.
Yeah. Now, I've got a little bit of artistic ability as far as drawing goes, but my brother Dave, Pappy Dave, some of you on the stream know him, he's the one who did all the animations for my stream, which you will see tomorrow when I do Sub Friday. Tomorrow is Sub Friday. If you subbed, you can get into a match with me. Last Friday, we had 3 squads of subs. I don't know where all the other subs were because I had dozens of them, but they were just busy. But, and I love my followers, but I want to make it so that my Sub Fridays don't turn into such a long stream, and when we have followers get in, it just takes a really long time. So it's subs only for that.
You want more?
Yeah, because I want to do the sides. Whip. Whip. Yeah, the cake wants to come apart, so we're going to be careful with it.
Yeah. That's do it in the other direction.
Yeah, I'm going to hold this together. All right, I got it. There's so much that you have to do that's delicate.
I have more.
Right, I don't have as soft a touch as most. I tend to be a little, well,
It's
a little
hard.
heavy-handed sometimes. So these kinds of things are not my forte. But that's okay. We're gonna make the best with it. The cake is coming apart, but that's all right. We're gonna hold it together.
Well, the reason is, yeah, you have to do it very, very softly.
Yeah.
And
Structural integrity is breaking down a little bit, but it's still hanging in there. Still hanging in there. I do want to get some more icing. I'm gonna keep going.
yeah, this should be making it.
Okay.
Because in 35 minutes I have to go get my dance.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
No, don't worry too much about that part. Nobody's gonna. Well, the sides, yeah, they're gonna see.
Yeah, a little bit of it. Yeah. All right, so Gigi has a hard out in 35 minutes, so we're gonna get this stream finished
There
by
we go.
then.
Yes.
It'll be close.
You wanna show them
Yes.
when you put the knife and it
Yes.
comes out good.
All right.
Still hot, so,
So,
be careful.
yep.
But you can.
Knife test.
So, I mean, here,
Yeah. Knife test. Comes out clean.
right, perfect.
Light is green. Trap is clean. So, we are now just putting on some of the finishing touches of the blue. Just around the edge here a little bit, just places
And on
where
the
you can
side.
see, yeah, just a little bit.
We're gonna
Is
need
this-
more blue for the head,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we're gonna need some more blues when I get some ready. Is this cake gonna taste good? I think so. Would somebody ever buy it? It's doubtful. Maybe at a garage sale. You know? How much you want for the cake? Well, we've had it for a generation, you know, it goes way back, so I ain't gonna part with it for less than $4. How about $3.50? That's sold. Get that man a receipt for his cake. Let's see how the chat's doing here. Hey, Bamboozle Burger, thank you for the 3 months in a row sub. Thanks for keeping up with us. Yeah. Ms. Wifefinder, Gigi, the chat wants to know what's your favorite dish to cook?
Wow, there are a few. One of the things our kids love is tequeños, which is typical from Venezuela. It's actually like entries for when you have a party, and it's just dough with cheese inside. But I make it from scratch. It happened because when Remy was little, we used to go to a Venezuelan restaurant in Rodeo that had tequeños. He loved them, that and chicha. Chicha's a drink, a Venezuelan drink. And he loved that. So eventually the restaurant closed and he also still wanted, so I had to learn how to make them.
She
And
makes them from scratch.
yes, I also like to, in our family, we have Trinitarian. And from Trinidad, my father's side of the family will make something called roti, which is actually Indian, which is curry chicken, and you use, the dough will be like a tortilla, so something like that. And I love making that. I love the smell. I also like making the zucchini soup that I make. It's one of my favorites. So
She is happiest when she's got all of her other stuff done, and when she puts out the rolling board and she gets out the flour, everything else, she turns it into dough,
yes,
and then she rolls it, and then she starts cutting it, and she makes the individual pieces of tequeños. She gets the special cheese. What's the cheese for tequeños? It's not cheap.
no, it's not expensive, but it's called panela. It's a white
Panela.
cheese.
Okay.
The one that is Venezuelan, that one is expensive if you can find it. When I say
Yeah.
expensive, it's like $100 just a piece of cheese like this.
I'm gonna do.
What are we gonna do?
Well, this is split, but we're gonna hold it together. We're gonna hold it together.
Yeah, you just put it.
Yeah.
It just covers it. Don't worry.
Yeah. So we're doing the smiley face.
Yeah, we're gonna need
It's
another.
gonna need to be a circle.
So that one is a circle. Then what's going around?
Oh, well, it'll be a square, and there'll be some orange there.
Okay.
But I'm gonna make the circle bigger.
Because if you want, you can make the whole thing yellow, and then we
Okay.
just make the square with a red. Then
Gotcha.
you-
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. All right, so this is all gonna be yellow. A buttercream face for Pathfinder. All right, so anyway, tomorrow, Sub Friday, as always, happening around noon. And I usually play for a couple of hours, and I plan on playing for a couple of hours, but what happens, I play for longer. It depends on how many subs show up. If you're a sub and you show up, if I'm not literally wrapping up the stream,
Where do you
I'll
put the
play.
other ones?
They're on, they're next to where the other cake mix is. Top left. Okay, so, can you reach it?
Yeah, you're so tall. Okay, you have to do it.
She's short. She's not that short. Don't tell her I said that. All right, so we have our yellow smiley face I'm about to make with the gel. Now, you said you wanted me to do the whole thing yellow, and then you would make it orange around the sides?
You can leave it like that because it's
Okay.
gonna be messy.
Yeah, all right. Okay,
And I'm gonna leave that yellow for the other part. Then I'm gonna make this. We don't have real red.
some of it's getting in, it's mixing with the blue, and it's turning the smiley face a little green, but that's fine. That's fine.
Let me come up with a plan
Things are
for
messy.
this.
Things are a little messy. Let's move over that with a little extra yellow. All right, and I'm spackling the crack in the cake with yellow. Just sort of holding it together. Hold it together. Keep it together. All right. Smiley face time. Here we go. Yeah. Cam says, I think we need wife finder cooking videos. Yeah.
Maybe.
upside down smiley face.
Pretty good, pretty good.
It's not bad. I want this to slide off, but you guys can kind of see it.
Well,
Okay.
we can bring the camera, so that way you don't. take
Yeah,
that
yeah, I'll bring it
chance.
around there near the end. Yeah, let me make sure I catch up here. All right, so now what are we gonna do with the rest of this? You wanna make it,
I'm making this.
all right, I'll put a little more blue so you don't have to do as much.
Okay.
So yeah, Gigi is quick throwing together a bit of orange to be the edges of his screen. This is not gonna be completely symmetrical, but it's gonna be, you know, not bad. Close. I'm gonna start filling in some of the edges. I'm gonna try and dollop some more buttercream in that little chasm here that developed. Oh yeah, here, show that. All right,
A little
so
bit of invention. So I use this, put yellow drops, and then that orange spray, and mix
Yeah.
it all together.
yep, and it's working. It's working. All right, so we're almost done. The head is very close. It's still cooling off. We're getting close to being able to do the head. I'm gonna add a little more blue, so we'll have enough to work on the head.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna try to use this something.
All right. So,
Okay, so I'm gonna. The idea is that I'm gonna make all this orange.
yeah, just like an orange square around it because it's the edge of his screen. So, if you want, I can do it.
Okay. You can use this one.
Okay. All right. So we're. Oh yeah, this is great.
Don't
Oops.
go so deep.
Yeah.
So you stay shallow. Hold on, clean this one. So you stay shallow, so that way you don't mix the other colors. Okay.
Yeah, because I accidentally got some black into it, so we don't want that.
Yeah, stay superficial. Let me clean it again. So. Let me clean it again. Like this.
Yep.
You see?
Okay.
It in
Yep.
the air.
Got it. All right. So.
So you never touch the cake.
Yeah. So again, soft touch, which is something I have to work on. Yeah.
It's coming along
Mm-hmm.
pretty decent. So for the face, do you want that face or this face? Look. Similar, but
Close enough. I mean, so for the face, what we're going to do is we're going to have a sort of an orange eye with a little bit of yellow in there, and then we're going to have a yellow half moon arc over it and a yellow half moon arc under it, just a line, and then we'll have blue around the edge and a little black at the bottom of it.
But what about this between this part is black? Do you want a black circle?
Yeah, we can do a black circle. So we're going to do an orange eye, black circle around the eye, and then yellow, yellow, blue around the edge, and black at the bottom.
Would
Just
you
to-
like to use for the black the la manga, the sleeve?
I don't think we have to. No, I think we're good.
Okay.
I'll use something finer tipped and just sort of draw a line. Okay, we are getting into the home stretch here. I'm just trying to add a little orange around the edges here to make it look like it's at least kind of a screen.
Yeah, finish this part a little bit. Can use let me see.
there. Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Let me feel this.
it's in the ballpark. It's in the ballpark. I'm gonna bring it over closer.
Let me clean this one just a little bit so it doesn't mix that much black. And funny thing is that I always wanted to do this part of baking.
Oh, really?
The
The
decorating.
decorating? Well, there's a job just for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that I would like to.
Yeah.
Somehow I have the patience to do it.
It is a patience game. Baking, one of the reasons why, I think I mentioned this at the beginning, one of the reasons why I don't bake is because it takes a lot of patience and you have to block out a lot of time. And it is chemistry. You have to get the ingredients just right. You can't really, it's really hard to change on the fly. Whereas if you're stove topping, which I really like, it's very active. And you react to the moment. You think, okay, I've got temperature's a little high, I'm gonna turn it down. I'm gonna add a little more of this, take out a little bit more of this. Usually you just add, it's hard to take out, but regardless, you're very active, and once you're done, and you don't have to wait for a timer to go off. You just eyeball it, and I like that. So, I don't know, maybe next Thursday I'll try and make something that is not baking, stovetop, in which case I just bring, you know, I bring the camera all the way over to here, put it next to the stove. Or, you know, Thursdays for me, I have what I have in mind for Thursdays is, it's either gonna be an event, and this is kind of an event. This is a sub-goal challenge. So we made our sub-goal, so the challenge was to bake a Pathfinder cake. So far, so good. And then, if I have somebody that I'm either gonna interview live on stream, or somebody I'm gonna play with, like we did Johnny and Mad Bro and me last week, which was great. Johnny popped in, joined us. So that was a Thursday event. Otherwise, Thursdays are gonna be an around the house stream for me. I want you guys to be able to hang out with me at my house, so at our house. So I'd like to be able to either stream from the kitchen, like we're doing now, but we're trying to figure out the overlays part where you can see notifications and subs and follows and things like that, and the sub goal. But I also want to do it from out in the yard. So to give you an example, this is, you know, over here is our yard. So I'd love to be able to do a stream where I'm maybe out there near the pool. And sometimes it would be in the kitchen. Sometimes it would be around the side garden. We have a little tea garden with the little fountain. I would love to do that.
Alrighty. You want
Yeah.
to try the head?
Yeah, it's time to try the head.
Well, we to flip it first, then we wait 2
Okay.
minutes, and then we do it.
All right. Here, let's do this.
In front of them?
Yeah. Okay. So we're flipping the head. The challenging thing about flipping the head. Actually, yeah, we are gonna have to do it over here. All right. It's a two-man job.
I'm gonna maybe need a.
Okay. What I did last night, was I just took a knife. Here, I can use this.
Is it clean?
Well, we used it to check the. Maybe it isn't. All right. So you gotta loosen. Gotta just loosen it enough without wrecking it, so it'll come out. Okay. So now let's see. Stubborn.
Yeah, it's not a little bit
All right,
larger.
I'm gonna get under it with a knife. All right.
No, you can wait. It's still a little bit hot.
Oh, is it?
Maybe
All right,
that's
we
the
need a
reason.
couple more minutes then.
Yeah.
Still a little warm.
Do you want to use this instead?
We can, I mean,
We'll wait.
yep. We're bringing in a head we prepared earlier. Here's a head we prepared last night, friends. Okay,
All right.
so that is what we will have to finish the cake.
Okay.
So,
I will put the outside first and this
All
last thing, the circle.
okay, so I'm gonna start putting blue
Uh-huh.
around it. Let's see.
Here, I'll help you. Let's see if I use that. I'm gonna use this one. Yep, go ahead.
Okay, doing the, I'll do this side. Almost done. Para ti.
Call me later.
Okay, now I'm just gonna do the edges.
Now do this part here.
Okay.
Don't worry, you can do the top and I'll do this part.
Okay. Folks, we are almost done. Casi terminado.
Sí, señor.
Sí, con esta, what, torta?
Uh-huh.
Torta,
Yeah. Some countries call it pastel.
pastel,
In
sí.
Venezuela we will say torta.
Y quiero un pedazo grande de esta torta. I want a big piece, although I can't really eat it too much because it's not my cheat day. Okay, now I'm going to do a little more blue around the edges, and then we can work on the primary part. Al centro.
This on this side. Pretty good, Amar, pretty good.
Almost.
And then you're gonna put black in the
Yeah,
neck, right?
we'll do black around the neck.
Mhm.
Just gonna fill in a couple of gaps here.
Yeah, you just don't go too deep.
Yeah. All right. Okay, now for black. By the way, I've been watching this show called The Bear on Hulu. It's definitely a show if you like to obsess about things or if you want to watch people obsess about things. And in this case, it's food, running a restaurant, all the challenges that come with it, all the personal challenges that come with it. Yes, there's also food. So I highly recommend it. And my favorite character is the cook, this big guy who just loves making cakes and pastries and things, and he's all about the minutia of how to do it just right, and he's got that delicate touch. I think it's awesome. All right, so now it's time for the orange. We're doing the sort of the orange circle.
Okay, you can use this.
Yeah. Well, I can do the big part first.
The circle?
Yeah, the circle, and then I'll take just this and turn it into a circle.
Yeah, let me use one
Flatten
of
it out a little bit.
I can use this one to make this circle. You know pretty good.
Yeah.
And then what comes? Black?
Well, I think we can do a little bit of red through it, almost like as a
Look,
strip.
I got this one.
Yeah, or we can use that too. It's basically the same as this.
Yeah, it's just thicker, so,
Yeah, okay. So, like,
well,
is it not?
is it too thick?
No, that'd be perfect. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this, and sometimes you see like this little red streak through the orange eye, sort of like.
But the center is yellow, is it?
No, the center can be orange, and then
Oh, it has like a little circle, so.
yeah. So okay, so what we can also do, well, we can kind of ring it with red just around the edge here, and then I'm gonna put the yellow. So it's orange, but it has sort of red highlights in it as the light hits in different ways. So we're just sort of representing that. Not very well, but you know, we're doing it anyway. Okay, so now a little bit of yellow. Then I'm going to use something that's more exact. Yes, maybe this.
What do you need?
I want to do the yellow up top and yellow on the
You
bottom.
can use any of those.
Okay, so I'm going to do a little yellow around the edge.
Just put a lot. That's how you do it. Put a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, I see your point. Yep, okay. Yeah, this is almost there. Almost there. Yeah, okay. So we have that. There's the yellow, and then we're going to do, let's see, I guess some more blue and then black. So yeah, we can finish up the blue. Get a little bit more out of there. And then we're done.
Yeah,
Terminamos.
pretty good with all the things that went wrong.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Just when we thought we had the oven issue at least solved, we discover a tech issue. I can never have an issue-free stream, but we're hopeful one day we'll get there. It is my insistence on streaming from a Mac that is half of it, I know. But I just don't want to do PC anymore. I gave it to the kids. They can have it. They can have their fun with it. We're almost there. Almost there. More. I'm gonna have to go in and get a little more.
I'll bring it to you.
Okay. Yep, all right, we're down to the last 2 or 3 strokes. And then we're done.
If you want, we can use this to make it more exact.
think this is it. There.
You did it?
Lo hicimos. So, let me bring the camera over and let's see the Pathfinder cake. Yeah. Crystal, here's someone playing. Hey, you guys playing Minecraft back there? Crystal, here's somebody playing Minecraft. All right. And now for the moment of truth. Our Pathfinder cake. Ta-da!
Woohoo!
Let me see.
See, it's hard to know where to hold the camera to see it.
I'll do it, don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just... Okay, I'm gonna hold it up a little bit.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Hi, friends. I was made today just for you. All right.
That is wonderful.
Now, if you'll put that back over there. Do you guys want to try a piece?
Sure, let me take out my retainer.
All right. So, it is time to try. All right, let's clear this off.
I'm gonna try a little bite.
A little bite, that's fine. All right, so we're gonna clear some space. Move this all over here. All right, now, what's the point of making a Pathfinder cake if you're not gonna try it? So,
Well, I need
moment
to
of
start
truth.
getting
I know,
ready.
You gotta start getting
It
ready.
looks amazing.
You did most of the work, baby.
Looks pretty good. Like it, Nika?
It looks good.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Okay, so Gigi's gonna take off. You wanna say bye to the? Wait, you say bye before you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all right, I'll be wrapping up the stream in just a minute, but I do want to make some slices for me and for the kids. We have to be able to try them. So, you want to say hey to the stream, sweetheart? Everybody can see you. Ah. This is Violet. Violet is an animator extraordinaire. She has been making animated shorts with her friend Nico and her brother Remy. Remy's doing the voices, Violet's doing the art with Nico, and they're pretty amazing. And I'm going to show them to you guys when she's got enough of them done, or she's ready for me to show them. And they're going to maybe put up their own animation on their own YouTube channel. So you guys will be able to subscribe to it and watch them, right? Yep, gotcha. Now, what's the name of the animation shorts?
It's called LECG.
LECG?
Yeah.
And what does that stand for?
It stands for L, which is the letter, excitement, and cool guy, which they're just the characters.
Well, why is L there?
It's because that's one of the characters' names. The character
Oh,
I
okay.
play.
Oh, gotcha. So you play L.
Mhm.
Gotcha. And Violet does a little voice acting too, by the way. Yeah, she's done some cool auditions. Right. So, okay. Who's ready for some cake?
Me.
All right, can you put your switch aside for a second? All right, let me get, all right, I'm gonna get one big plate. We're gonna cut smaller pieces. Get a fork for each of you. All right, so here's the question. Do we take a piece from the body, from the arm, or for the head, or just a little bit of all three? I think we gotta try all three.
I
don't we?
would just like the arm.
Some of the arm? All right. So Remy, I'm gonna give this piece of the arm. Ow, friend! Taking damage here.
He's gonna need one heck of a phoenix kiss
Yeah.
if he can use it.
Using a Phoenix kit right now to shield up.
He
Okay.
just puts his other arm,
What
just
part
puts
do
the
you want? You want
phoenix
part
kit on the floor.
the face?
Just
Or?
starts chomp.
Yeah, go ahead, try
He
by.
puts his foot on, just.
Do you want some of the head or some of the body?
Yeah. Some of the body.
Some of the body? Okay.
There you go.
Taking light damage, friend. Okay. And
He's gonna need a total respawn.
Hi, everybody.
all right, check out Gigi's music on her SoundCloud. What's your SoundCloud again?
GYGGY, you should find me. Gigi.
Okay. Go to SoundCloud and it's GYGGY and check out her music. It's really amazing. I hear it coming through the wall all the time from her studio to mine. It's really good. Okay, here's your sweetheart. Come on over here.
The other side.
Go around there. And I'm gonna cut a piece from the head. You guys grab a fork and have a bite. Not in the face.
Headshot.
Headshot. I got cravered. Sweet, isn't it?
No sweet.
Too sweet for Remy. It's buttercream. What do you think?
Very good.
Yeah? All right, I'm gonna have a bite.
But it is a good cake.
Mmm. That is good. I love buttercream. And I know this is gonna turn my mouth blue and black. All right, let's see what the chat's saying. Illegal Asian, how does it feel to have a Pathfinder themed t-shirt? This shirt was a gift from Respawn. Back in 2019, in December 2019, when a lot of the original Apex actors got to visit Respawn, they gave us some swag. I got this.
Then you got the drip.
Yeah, I got the drip. And I got the shirt. So, and I put it on right there.
Do you know what drip means?
Yes, it means cool clothes, right?
Yeah.
See, your old man's not uncool. Totally uncool.
I bet back in your day people still said radical.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a myth now.
I'm
People say
upset.
radical. It's like a myth.
Go.
All right.
There was once a time where people said far out and radical.
Far out, dude.
That is a forgotten time, like the Middle Ages.
Mm-hmm.
There's too much myths that
It
no
was
one
called
knows.
the 60s. Your old man was born in the 60s. He was born in 69. All right. I know that I must have a blue mouth. Let me get a napkin real quick.
It's still
Yeah,
a
you
myth.
definitely do.
And time is a myth.
So do you.
Yeah, probably because I ate the cake too.
Yep. Okay. All right, friends. The cake is done, and you know we we took a bite out of it. We took a mean bite out of it.
And so's the string.
And yeah. So, guys, I want to thank you so much for coming to the stream. It was, as with any kind of special event I try to do, something always goes wrong. And something did. Two things went wrong. Last night, that oven just wouldn't turn on. I mean, I went right over to it, start, nothing. We actually had something preheating, then we had something heating in there, and then the display just went off. Went out, checked the circuit breaker, fine. So something wrong. Well, anyway, we'll have it fixed by tomorrow for hopefully the next baking challenge. And then today, Colorfinger, a technical wizard, showed me that you can put an OBS camera on your iPad, and then you can start your OBS stream upstairs in your office from your Mac, start the OBS, but have your iPad camera on OBS so that it'll take the stream, will take the feed from the camera, and boom, you get your overlays when somebody subs, when somebody follows, when they cheer, anything. They get the overlays. You get to see the sub goal. It looks like a stream, and we wanted it to look like a stream, and that part didn't work.
A total mess.
Yeah, it's a total mess. But you know what worked out? The cake. And you know why it worked out? Because my wife was here to help me. I don't know what I would have done without her. And that's kind of my life philosophy. I don't know what I would have done without her. But here's what we've got coming up. Tomorrow is Sub Friday, right? Tomorrow's Sub Friday, which means at noon, I hop on, and then we get squads of subs. You can get in the queue like 15 minutes before the stream starts. Colorfinger or June or Rabbit or Costalum will be there to get you into the queue. And then you go in, you try and carry me to a dub. Sometimes it happens. And last week I got my 999th kill on stream. And then as you can see on my YouTube, I got my 1000th kill all by myself playing with randos.
I couldn't believe that happened. It took you over 10 seasons.
No, it took me longer than that. It took me almost 14 seasons.
I know,
Because
but
I'm a potato.
I know, I said over 10
Over, yeah, well over. But the point is, tomorrow is Sub Friday, so sub up if you want to hop into a match with me. And the other thing is, we want to get our sub goal higher, all right? 50 is great, but I want to grow the stream. I want to be able to do more, and I want to have a nice carrot, a nice incentive for us to get up there. I don't know if it should be at 100 or 75, if we can go, you know, slower, more attainable steps, and we'll talk to the mods about it. We'll get what your feelings are on it, but I think maybe at 75 subs, we review Apex memes. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
I
It's
would
either
love
going to be
to
at
see
75
that.
or 100. So yeah,
I'll try
they
to
are.
explain what some of the memes mean.
Well, the whole point is that I don't know what they are and I get to review them. So that's the thing. So go to Discord and drop off your memes, and they're telling me to stay away from the meme part of Discord. But what I want to do is live streams and less, you know, produced content. I've discovered I just would rather be live streaming and then just sending the stream VOD over to YouTube for you guys to watch later if you want. If something cool happens, I'll clip it. But I would rather do live streams and then be done and check in with you guys on Discord every now and then and just say, hey. So I want this to be a live channel where I'm not having to do what chased me off of YouTube and Twitch to begin with back in 2020, which was grinding. Grinding and always trying to come up with new content that I was editing and putting on YouTube. It wore me out. I want to do live streams and be done. So I want to interview people, put them on podcasts, do it on video, do it on stream, do it off stream, and then put the video up. And I want to do live streams with you guys and do fun stuff like this. I'm not going to bake a cake every Thursday. That's too much. But other than that, Friday tomorrow, Sub Friday, and then Saturday is going to be coffee and donuts. We talk about whatever. Sometimes I come up with it the night before. Sometimes I come up with it as I'm talking. But Saturday coffee and donuts is just going to be us chilling out, talking about whatever. So Thursdays could be anything. Thursdays is sort of the around the house stream. Coffee and donuts, I might even occasionally try and analyze a movie or something, you know, who knows. I'm going to let these days sort of take on their own identity. Sub Friday we already know. But in the meantime, yes, Pio, I do have a YouTube. It's just Chris Edgerly. So the YouTube is just, on my chat, you see at the bottom, not on the chat, but on this channel here, you'll see a link for it. I'm going back in for more cake, I can't help it. This is good. It may not look good, but
Yeah, it's actually
Tastes good.
pretty good. Very sugary.
there it is.
Slap that on nailed it. Think it'll be the best.
There goes the six pack. Yeah. So,
Wait, you had a 6-pack?
well, I have, but I don't. I used to. I need to get my 6-pack back. You know what? Give me to 300. Give me to 300 subs. I'll get a 6-pack back. So,
Return of the 6-pack.
yeah, if you want to see all the content I've got on YouTube, and I've got like 4 years of content on there, yeah, go to my YouTube channel. Jeez, that does turn your lips really blue.
Look at my tongue.
Yeah,
The stream. Look at my tongue.
I know. Ah, it's the blue tongue stream. Yeah, good God, that's so funny. I'm sitting here looking at myself with my blue mouth. All right, time to rinse. This is-
I'm blue, but they now,
Yeah. I'll do a workout stream if you guys want it. I've got a tonal upstairs, and I'll totally do my workout stream. I just think you might be bored, right? Like tomorrow's chest, shoulders, triceps, right? Yeah, Monday's legs, Tuesday biceps and back, and today legs again, but heavily focused on deadlifts. Oh yeah, those will kick your butt. So anyway, all right, yeah, Vine Blue Licorice Vine, yeah. So anyway, we're gonna let the streams sort of take on their own identity each day, but I think Coffee and Donuts is a good chill stream, and I'd love to just chat with people about whatever, and I'd love for Thursdays to be kind of similar to that, but I can do them up in the studio too. I think about movies I really love, and I love talking about movies. Love it. So if you guys have favorite movies, we can analyze a movie, review it, break it down, who knows. But in the meantime, Bamboozle Burger, I have a home gym. It's called a Tonal, Tonal. They don't pay me anything to say this, as you can see. I don't have enough viewers for them to give a shit. But it is amazing. For 15 years, I did nothing but isometric stuff. I just did calisthenics. I did, should put these on, see the screen better. But I just did pull-ups, chin-ups, I did leg lunges, I did jump squats, I did, push-ups, close-in push-ups, all of that. I would stand against the wall and push myself out like that to work on the shoulder. There's all kinds of ways you can do body weight stuff, which I love to do because it gave me a lot of freedom and a lot of flexibility. But we moved into this house and I really wanted to try the Tonal. I'd read about it, and I have to admit, it kind of raises your game a bit. Muscle resistance with these cables and this pulley system, it's all digital, it's digital weights. It's pretty amazing, and I've gotten really good results, and I've only started using it in January. So, that's the tonal difference. So anyway, yeah, so we'll talk on Twitter and on YouTube, and we'll figure out what we want to do for streams. So, I don't know if you guys are interested in a workout stream. I don't know if you are at all, but we'll find out. But instead, I would love to go over like my favorite movies, your favorite movies. We could do that on a Thursday, and on a Saturday, we can do, the thing I like about Saturday Coffee and Donuts is we end up talking about anything, mental health, life stuff, we chat, we just get caught up. And I think Saturday has such a cool, relaxed vibe that I like doing that with Coffee and Donuts. So maybe Thursday, we can do it around the house some days, and other days, maybe I sit and I watch, like one of my favorite movies and just pick apart certain scenes. I don't know. It's whatever I feel like doing. If you guys tune in, you tune in. But I love getting your feedback on it. In the meantime, yes, a movie stream on Discord. Yeah. We'll have to, you know what? I'm going to start spending more time on Discord talking to you guys about what you'd like to see. I want my YouTube channel really, honestly, to just be where my streams go to get a second life, and where I maybe carve out a video from something I've done, and that's it. So I would love to figure out what you guys would like to see. I'm going to start doing more interviews. I've got somebody lined up, hopefully for next week, although we're talking about whether or not they should just come over and maybe we talk in the kitchen, talk somewhere, who knows, anywhere, but I'd rather have a good mic set up for them. And I would love to see if any of the other Apex actors would like to come to the kitchen and make something with me. So I asked Justine today on Twitter if...
Patty's Kitchen.
Yeah, Pathy's Kitchen, but I'm going to call it Chris's Kitchen because I don't want to just be Pathfinder. Yes, I did make a Pathfinder cake, but let's see if Justine answered my little gentle Twitter call out. Let's see. Okay. Well, Justine says that would be a lot of fun. So maybe I'll talk to Justine, who's the voice of Watson. Maybe she and she knows how to cook. I think she knows how to bake. I think she's really good at it. So I would love to have her come out here, and maybe we do a stream where we make something on stream, and she makes a Watson dish, and I make a Pathfinder dish. Maybe I'll make a Pathfinder mixed drink, and she can make a Watson dish. So we'll talk about it on Discord and on Twitter and in my YouTube community too. So
I would love to have a Nessie.
that's a thought. Would you guys like to see that?
That'd be delicious.
Yeah, she is a good cook. Yeah, she is a good cook. Yeah, Colorfinger, I think you're right. I like Saturday being sort of secular church. Us hanging out. It's not really religious. You can call it spiritual if you like. We talk about matters of the mind and of the soul and of the heart and of life in general. So I'm all about it. And so maybe Thursdays we can leave up to more events and academic things, like maybe watching a movie together, or sometimes maybe I do something that is just a chill day and I decide to take it outside, something like that. All right, well, I'm rambling, and I'm done rambling. So, you guys, thank you so much. This went way better than I thought, even with the bumpy beginning. And I'm proud of this cake because I got to make it with my wife. And I'm glad you guys got to meet her for longer. She's always just been popping in and out, being busy. But I'm glad you guys got to actually spend some time with her because she's my best friend. And she's the best person I know. And having said that, I think we should raid somebody. Yeah, check out her SoundCloud too, please. GYGGY on SoundCloud. Her music is great. And she's eventually going to put out an EP and you can buy it. And one day I'll have my book ready for you guys to buy too. That's something I'll probably talk about on Saturdays or Thursdays. So, who do you guys want to raid? We can raid an Apex player. We can raid somebody doing just chatting. You can do either one. Pio, thank you for being here for this wonderful stream. Buckethead, I appreciate it. King Guru, thank you so much. So you guys give me a raid target. Crystalum, thank you. That means a lot coming from you because I know you know how this stuff gets made and you do it to sell to people. So I'm just glad we didn't embarrass ourselves. Shiki, please put it on the Discord. And if you put it on Twitter, I will see it, trust me. Though, Rendea, we can raid Rendea, Kittenit, Sunny T1. You guys make a choice. We could raid, I tell you what, I'll give you guys 1 minute to tell me who to raid. And then we'll do it. Like, we're bringing 50 people. Maybe we should raid Rendea to remind her that I asked her if she wanted to squat up, and she said sure. All right, Colorfinger, you and Crystalum decide between the two of you, because I don't know if June is still here, or Rabbit is still here, rather. You guys decide between the two of you who I should raid. So I want to make sure that the poll is live. All right, we got a live poll. Rendea was great because she freaked out, and I always think it's funny when people freak out. All right, so he's recommending Rendea.
You just gave them 5 more views.
Yeah, I know, and they don't notice that I rated them with 20 people. It's like, if I'm that amazing, shouldn't there be 200 people I'm sending you? But, we're still an undiscovered gem here on the Twitch, I guess. Apex Legends voice actor potluck. No, I think it's a good idea, Asian. I think I'd love to have whatever voice actors want to come out here and make something in the kitchen. I think it'd be a fun stream, And we have an adult beverage. That'd be fun. Might do it later in the day.
Sipping up on that moonshine.
Yeah. Yeah, so, me and my blue mouth, I'm looking at the stream. All right, so we're, we have 52. I know, this is awesome. Now 48, oh well. All right, Apex Home Brewing. Yeah. All right, the stream is almost over. Vote, get your vote out now. Who's gonna inherit these 48 lovely people? And before I forget, once again, 9 votes, 1 for Kitlet. I think Rendea is probably gonna take it. So let's do the, all right, I gotta do the command, I think, over here.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, hang on.
A goodbye from Sunfinder.
Yeah. Okay, so what I have to do, actually, is I don't know how to, okay, I gotta show chat. I don't know how to get to my chat on the, okay. So I don't know how to actually get to my chat. Maybe I could send a message, but I don't think it'll do it from there. Good Lord. That is frightening, seeing that big blue pair of lips right up close. Yeah, that's a little much.
Scars you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, really. Okay, Rendea wins, but I don't know if it'll work from here, but let me try. /raid, and then Rendea. Yeah, I don't think it'll work from here. I gotta, yeah, I know, Christoph, you're getting late night cravings, I hear you. Okay, oh, raid now. All right, we're gonna raid.
Raid.
Okay, everybody. Love ya. Mean it. Be good.
See ya.